Hello, welcome to the first video that I am personally doing for a list of, I don't know what this is gonna be, a vlog series of probably just my life, what I'm thinking about, what I'm listening to, just general stuff really. I mean, people don't really get to see me much on camera, and I mean, it doesn't really bother me, but, I'm also probably going to, talk about little various subjects, my hobbies maybe that people aren't aware of, and just random stuff. I hope you enjoy. I hope that I can entice you with my language enough to continue to listen to, but if not, I just figured to do these anyway. So with that being said, I hope everybody had a great New Year's. I personally shared mine with a friend named Jägermeister. It was alright, but I mean, when you drink by yourself, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's a really fucking boring experience. And even though I personally did not, go out to party, it made me kind of wish that I kind of did, because if you think about it, being by yourself a lot of the time is really kind of depressing, especially within these, these walls here. I don't force myself in here. I just can only go out via transportation so often. Unfortunately, due to my situation, and working from the ground up isn't pleasant, if that's a good way to put it. Now, you're probably going to hear me talk very intelligent. There's going to be some days you're going to hear me swear and cuss up a storm. So I'm probably going to put a mature audience only thing on this for YouTube when I get the chance. But I mean, I used to do little videos on my channel for potential Let's Plays, and I was going to do that, but I do not have the recording software, nor do I have... You gotta, in order to really get successful Let's Plays now, you kind of have to be distinct. You gotta have your own style. You gotta have your own way of doing it. And I personally don't think that I could do anything better than when it's already out there. Even if it would be for fun or for my friends or something, it just wouldn't be the same. I'd rather stream, to be honest with you. With streaming, I would mostly stream fighting games. That's really all I play, really, to a decent level. And by decent level, I mean, I'm okay. I've met people online that are pro gamers in the fighting game circuit. I know of guys in the anime scene. I know of guys, that go to Rebel Up. I know a couple guys from the NRS scene, because I used to be in a clan with them. One of which is your current Evo, Injustice, and Mortal Kombat 9 champion in Sonic Fox. But I don't throw that out there because it's and I'm also probably not going to tell you my personal identity online because I kind of don't want people to know yet. But you might if you've already seen my face around in other areas. But that's probably what I would do. That's kind of one of the hobbies I have planned. Other stuff, really, I mean, I listen to music mostly. That's my thing, really, is just music. But I mean, I listen to all types too. It used to be when I was growing up, and I grew up around the new metal era, so as funny as it is, and people are gonna shit on you anyway for it, but that's what you grow up to listen to as a kid, is whatever's currently playing. So before I found the Nine Inch Nails, the Tool, the Meshuggah, the Opeth, stuff God, Morbid Angel, Celtic Frost. Before I got into those kind of bands, you start off as a kid and you listen to all this stuff, such as they come around your era. So I listen to Korn, Slipknot. Speaking of which, the new Slipknot album's okay. I like it in some spots, but I feel it's just too long, man. I feel the vocals are also kind of... I know this is gonna sound weird. I'm not really a musician or anything, but I kind of wished Corey would talk about things a bit more sophisticatedly. Like, when I listen to Custer, yeah, it's really heavy, but it sounds like something that I probably would have heard from them back, like, in 2000 or so. And it's like, I was kind of hoping for more lyrical topic diversity on that album. And while you did get it in some spots, you didn't get it in others, so that's just kind of how it is, man. It's all touch and go. It's all what you feel, what you write. Speaking of which, I write poetry. Poetry's alright. I mean, I mostly kind of want to get into songwriting, but I don't have an instrument to play yet. I kind of want to play guitar. Kind of want to do a lot of things. I kind of want to do the Cell Dweller, Trent Reznor / damn, I really can't remember his name. Dave Grohl. I want to go that route where I make my own, shit on the fly. And I want to be as technical as a musician as I could possibly be, but that takes time. It takes a lot of effort, but that's honestly what I want to do with my life at this point. I finally decided on it. Being 22 years old, almost 23, when February 22nd comes around this year, you tend to finally settle on things, I think, around my age, on what you think about in terms of, like, what are your beliefs and things, what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses. And when you're young, you're not going to really know, per se, like, how you feel about certain things until you felt them. Like, last year, I didn't know what death felt like, and I had a lot of issues in the past. My past is pretty checkered. So dealing with that, it was honestly kind of a disturbing thing, because, like, it wasn't like, I mean, the worst part is, like, expecting it and then you know it's going to happen, but you kind of have, like, this little sliver of whatever hope you have left that it's not going to happen. And to sum up, like, to just sum up the situation of what I had to go through, and this camera does do this, I don't know why, I'm not very knowledgeable as to why the focus goes in and out with it. Maybe you can tell me in the comment section below. It could also just be my computer. But yeah, last year was really, really rough. I mean, dealing with my niece's death, which she only lived for a few hours, but she had this condition. I believe the term for it, if I am to Google it really quick on my phone, let me just pull it up really quick, because I know how it kind of is, like, spelled. Yeah, I think it's like, I'm really terrible at reading these kind of words. It had something to do with the skull not forming all the way. I don't even think there was much of a skull, so the brand wasn't supported. There was already issues with the brand, and she just died. At the time, I didn't really know how to deal with that, simply because when you come across death in the face, and my best friend's brother, can't really say best friend really, but we're not really that close at the moment. I don't really know what's going on with that, but that's just kind of how it is when you become my age. Some people come, some people will go, and some people will come back randomly. But I dealt with death a lot last year. It was an experience. I'll tell you what, when I had to go through that, and I'm trying to get this out, but it's just kind of rough because it's such a really depressing topic, but I mean, it's probably important for somebody to hear. When they die, something's in life just going to be out of your control. That's honestly what felt like the entire year last year was. It's things that were out of my control. So, grieving was a little weird because I didn't feel it right away. It
wasn't until I saw her ashes in her which really kind of hit me. This actually happened. I wasn't up there for her birth, I was up there for her death. I had tried to play off as much as it is, you know what, she's likely going to die, so why should I feel? And then, obviously, already dealing with things, well, my friend Ben, his death, which was really rough as well, simply because one was stoned at the time, two the remains supposed to be shipped the door at that point, but they were there to pick them up. And I'll tell you, man, that's real shit when you finally actually see it like it is, and it taught me a lot. Maybe I should appreciate what I have now and build on it, or it completely crumbles to ruin. And I'll tell you what, that was very important. What I personally have always kind of less as even I was after lab. I mean, last month was leave. I had it this month. I think it was I say it is it was so life I'm spending like always like think issues that go on with the world anyway is simply due to the fact that people are willing to tolerate instead of, deliver a message or send it out. And I mean, we have protesters now just for like civil rights cases over here, but I'm talking like grand scheme stuff. Like, no one's willing to die for anything anymore. We're way past that, Like, that was like in the we don't really have a Mario, Savio anymore. We don't have guys like that. We don't have like an Emiliano Zapata. We don't have people like that anymore that are willing to die for what they believe in. Rather, people are willing to sell out. People are willing to give their own, pride away. And it sounds really Marxist or whatever you want to call it. I get that. It sounds as if I'm talking from, well, I wouldn't even say Marxist, but more like, niche-based, as in Friedrich Nietzsche. But I mean, that's just that's just how I feel. Like, if you're not willing to die for what you believe in, I don't think you're living as a person. I think every day you gotta go in preparing that could be your last. So you should live it up to that. And that helps a lot with positivity. Because once you start taking things not for granted anymore, it actually does boost your self-esteem. It tells you that things can get better if you choose to put the time to it, but you also know that at any time that could end, so you're always striving to do it, which is what worked for me. It's not going to work for everybody, and I don't think it ever is supposed to. I think it's really from special circumstances that I was crafted this way. Like a specially designed brew of insanity and bipolar and depression with social anxiety issues, which is funny because I actually don't do bad in public. But to send out a closing, try to, this new year, just focus on the positives instead of the negatives and see how far you get. I think that'll do you wonders in terms of handling situations, handling stress at the workplace and stuff like that. I myself am still looking for another job after getting laid off. It was really a slap in the face around holiday time, but that's what you prepare for when you're going through a lot of shit. So, I mean, that's just how it is. So, in closing, ask me questions. I'll try to respond a lot of them in the next video. Probably won't be for a few days. I don't know how many of these I'm going to be doing per week. Probably maybe 2 to 1, depending on how I feel. Occasionally maybe 3 if it's like a holiday. I don't have like certain days I'm going to upload them either. It's just going to be spontaneous or whatever comes off to mind. But yeah, I hope you enjoy my liquid glasses. I don't commonly wear them in videos. In fact, I feel like I look way better without them, don't you agree? Anyway, in closing, thank you for watching. I will do more of these, and hopefully, I can get some feedback, and other things like that to improve the channel and the videos in general. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.